Brock Esports. This is still the round robin pool, best of 3. Take it away.
Go. Endeavor trying to beat combo 2 at Volts, jumped in there against Vitali. And now up along the wall, Vitali. He'll lose it to Volts, and now Volts moves it past center, but coming in is Endeavor. Jeer to combo. Combo unable to beat it past Vitali. And now that play stays in the corner. Jeer will watch it go. Combo jumps up, he misses it. Vitali's there on the other corner, but Volt's able to come away with it. Vitali driving Volt away, giving him some voltage. And now Endeavor with the ball, tips it into the corner. Vitali jumps on top of it, and now they come in. That's a big stop by Jeer.
Now moving forward, it looks like it's going to be caught at half, but Vitali will grab it. We've seen so much physical play. Hang on. Great opportunities, but we've seen so much physical play, bumps, demos from both teams. Combo with a fantastic defensive bump earlier to keep his team alive. I think we're going to see an interesting game, and there's the chance. Endeavor finds it in front as the ball just rolls in the middle there as Vitali and Jarushi tries to get it to front. He will clean that up in a stellar manner. 1 minute in, 1-0.
Combo gets to the tip, but that one goes on favor of St. Clair. And now Endeavor into the corner. Vitali's following it into the same zone. Grasky jumping up. Jeer able to stop it and tip it to center. Up top is Vitali. Jeer with it. He's doing a little bit of dribbling with it. And now Endeavor along the wall.
So I have just been informed that one player's controller is not working at the moment. They're having a little bit of difficulty, so we may be seeing some keyboard and mouse play. I wasn't sure exactly which player it was, but watch out for the person who's probably going to, unfortunately, have to stick mostly to the ground. And don't blame anybody for misses right now, because they could be having some difficulties. It's definitely going to change some things up as this series progresses, though. If they can't get that fixed, that could be very bad. And it is already bad just putting your team at a pretty significant disadvantage. Speaking of disadvantage, make it 2 to Brock as Saints grab goal number 2.
Endeavor with his second of the game. That's just another pretty pass.
To be fair, I would call that Vitali's goal, not Endeavor. A little bit of the goal steal there, but sometimes it's just securing it. Okay.
Vitali's a team player at the end of the day. I'm sure he's okay with this. And that combo up along the wall. He gets by everybody except for Endeavor. Endeavor's able to climb the wall, knock it centered.
It looks like we are going to be restarting the match, resetting this game 1 here due to these technical issues. A little bit of late news there. I'm sorry for the delay. But we are now just going to be taking a quick break and resetting match 1, which I suppose if you're Brock, you're probably quite happy about. We were
absolutely.
Yeah, we were about halfway through that game, and Saints Gaming had it up 2-0. So now if you're Brock, you've already got the feeling out period done. If you're Saints Gaming, you've clearly already scored 2 goals. You're coming back into it confident. But how do you think that resetting right now is going to change that that mental state of both these teams? Do you think this is a break for Brock, or do you think this just gives them time to get scared?
What I think this does is if Brock's going to sit and get scared, it's just not going to work for them. But I think what Brock's going to do is they're going to play this little break smart. They're going to play this reset smart, because here they have a chance to communicate with each other, get a fresh start, because it's a reset here. Controller was down, solve the issue, and yes, it was indeed a Brock player. A Brock player leaving the stage, going to sort these issues out. So it's likely that we'll have another couple minutes of a break here. So yeah, this gives Brock time to communicate, time to settle down, and it's just that Brock, I think right now they're gonna play this out and they're gonna take the most of it. But St. Clair, all they have to do is continue doing what they were doing in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
I think regardless of there being a controller dysfunction, I think that you've still got a very dominant, a very feeling it Saints team, because it looked like they were hitting on all cylinders as a team there.
Yeah, it definitely did, but you do, like you said, have to wonder how much did that controller issue come into play for the downside of Brock. And what is we talked about the mental state. them using this break to come back and say, okay, you know, it was 2 goals. We were basically 2v3ing because he didn't have a controller. Whatever, we got this. If you can say that to yourself over and over, you're going to be so much better going into game 1. You're going to feel good. You're going to play good. And I think Saints have to say, you know, pretty much the opposite thing. Like, yeah, they had a controller disconnect, but we were still spanking. So, like, why slow down? Let's keep it going. Let's keep getting these goals. And I think Rocket League's just so much about the mental state and how you go into the game and making sure that you stay positive, you stay happy. I think if both of these teams are able to do that, we'll continue to see a great long series. But if one of these teams gets down on themselves during the break, I think it'll wrap up sooner than we hope.
And like, unfortunately for Brock Esports, that first game, yes, controller disconnect, that part sucks. But at the end of the day, the Saints didn't have to play any defense, any of it. With what we saw with Waterloo and McMaster, we saw both teams have to play defense, but at the end of the day, there were a couple of players primed for Waterloo that were able to steer it in themselves. So basically, you know, they could have been 1-on-3, 2-on-3 at some points, but they were able to still get opportunities.
Right.
Brock was unable to find those opportunities, so they have to use this little break here to communicate. They're going at a fresh start. We're totally resetting it. We'll see if we see another Brock team show up.
Well, the thing to remember about that McMaster game versus Waterloo is in game 1, McMaster only got 2 shots the entire time. So we still had half the game to play for Brock. You know, you never know what happens at the back half. Anything really could change in an instant, especially the momentum of the game in general and whose side is it on at that moment. So while, yes, Brock definitely did seem rather defensively focused and not getting many opportunities on offense, I'm not too worried about that. I don't think that means anything going forward. I don't think that spells disaster by any means. I think they still have some fantastic opportunities to really make a great series here and come out with the win if they can apply themselves.
This reset, I want to keep a close eye on Volts because I have a feeling that Volts with Brock is going to make an impact. I have this feeling in my gut. This is going to happen, and we'll see if it plays out.
Are you familiar with the caster curse?
I am.
I'm a little worried that we're going to get a little bit of a caster curse with you saying it.
I don't think so.
I believe I'll take your word for it, and I think you may be right, or I hope you're right, at least. I obviously always want to see the best Rocket League that I can possibly see, because that's what we're all here for. That's what we're all enjoying, and I hope you guys are enjoying at home. Sorry about the delay. We are still trying to figure out that little bit of issue that we had, so we are just going to keep on trucking here, waiting to see how this shakes out, see how these guys grab the controller and get it all fixed up, and then we will be back into this game. But for now, let's talk a little bit more about you know, these two teams and what you think could go on, and maybe we'll take a look at the bracket here in just a second to see what's going ahead and who has to play who, because we could talk about how the bracket will shake out, as we are going to be doing best of 3 for this entire round robin section
with single elimination.
Yes, and then we are feeding into a single elimination bracket, not what you are used to in Rocket League. I know most people are probably used to a double elimination. We're going to go to a single elimination bracket with all rounds up until the quarterfinals being best of 3, quarterfinals and semis, best of 5, and grand finals being best of 7. So pretty classic bracket styling, despite, you know, being single elimination instead of double elimination, which is what most Rocket League players are used to. But I believe we are finally getting some players back in the lobby, so I think we're ready. And now it is time to see, do our predictions come true, or will we be made to look like fools? You never know in this game.
Still have yet to see Volt join in on the play, so I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, it was Volt that had the issues with the controller. But from what I got to see early on in that contest, Volt seemed to, you know, have his head in the game. So if he gets a working controller here and he's able to show himself off, I feel confident in my prediction. But
just a little bit of a silly classic Rocket League mistake there. It looked like one of the players who had to switch computers to make his controller work, he was going to be actually on console, and unfortunately we had cross-platform playoff. It happens, okay. These are pretty fresh accounts, so the settings are not quite there. So unfortunately, we must have turned it off and not even noticed or thought about it because we're so used to playing with the PCs on stage. But now that we have a console player coming in, we did have to check that in. We are back in 7 players in here. That is perfect because that means everybody's good to go. Are you guys ready for some Rocket League action here? The game is resetting. We're good to go. And let's take it away as these teams join.
I know I'm ready.
Oh, me
I'm
too.
ready for sure.
We saw a great first half of the non-existent Game 1. The fake Game 1, I should say.
Here we go with the real Game 1. Endeavor able to tip it along. And there's Volts. As I predicted, Volts flying through the air, but unable to make the touch there. Endeavor now will drive it through center. Gier able to steer towards the net. And this is a better start for Brock. Volts there. Endeavor in the air. He can't come down with it, but he'll get it in the corner. Combo able to keep it alive for Brock. Able to tip it along there. The Saints are able to move it along the wall. Endeavor now tips it up. Combo there at center to keep it inside the Saints zone. And now Combo getting it across. All he found was green. And now Volts. Gier able to jump in. He'll keep it alive. And now Endeavor misses the touch up top. Combo able to jump. Oh my, Vitali with a nice play.
So something that you mentioned was that we didn't see a lot of Brock offense in the fake Game 1, but we've seen nothing but Brock offense here in the actual Game 1. I don't believe that ball has crossed into the Brock half at all. Saints have been on the defense.
Volts.
There you go. If you play offense for a minute straight, eventually that ball is bound to go in, and it does sneak on in off the wall.
And Volts, the one that I spoke of prior to this, I don't think there's any broadcast curse now because Volts is the one to get them on the board there. And 1-0, 3:55 to go with this first touch here. And now Combo able to knock it back into Saints territory, but the Saints look to get it out almost immediately. Volts with an attempt on net. Endeavor, he'll catch it just beside the Saints net. And now the Saints will look to move it out. Combo trying to keep it alive inside. Endeavor now leaps. He'll get it out just barely. Gier able to hold it in. But that one will come out. Combo able to steer it into the Saints corner. Vitali up there along the wall. He's going to go after it. He's going to be stopped. And now the Saints with an attempt in Volts with a big stop.
That demo coming in clutch, but unfortunately the defender's still there, but they have the opportunity to continue the offense as they now have the boost starve going and a little bit of a rotation confusion off of those two demos.
Endeavor in the air. His attempt not going to make it. And now Volts up in the corner. He has it stripped from him. Volts able to get the touch on it. And now Vitali up along the wall. He's got to be challenged by Volts. Gier Combo. Combo along the wall. Endeavor interfering there. Knocking it. Letting it free at center. Grasky able to jump up. Knock it towards the side. Gier able to hold it. Vitali now up along the corner wall. He'll knock it to center. Volts comes in. Endeavor now leaping into the air. Gier also in the air, able to touch it and get it into the corner. Just a big corner battle with the Saints trying to get it away. Endeavor now. He moves in with it. He's got Vitali with him. Vitali through. He scores! Again.
I believe this is an almost identical play, and we saw it in the last series. Just a little bit different, I guess, here, as Vitali was the one who continued to dribble it the whole way, not the one grabbing the demo, but still a spectacular play. You love it. I mentioned earlier, are we going to see the physical play coming in and really making a difference in the series? And there you have it. The demo earns them the tie here at about halftime.
Yeah, pretty much. And now Vitali drives it into the Brock corner. Combo will knock it along the wall. Combo still with it, but the Saints able to knock it into the corner regardless. Volts will collect it. He's able to knock it to center. And now leaping through the air is Gier. His attempt not going to be made. And the Saints trying to stay with it, but nobody playing defense. Never mind, Endeavor is there. Vitali in the air. He's able to knock it into the corner. Volts able to knock it to center. Gier skating after it. You see, there's the hockey terminology, skating. Volts to Gier. That one's up. Endeavor with the tip. Oh, just barely missing that one. And now Combo watches it go. He sends it along. Endeavor coming in, stopping it, sending it into the corner. He's up along the wall with Gier. Volts now just inside the Brock zone. Grasky able to stay with it momentarily. Endeavor with an attempt, and Gier with the stop. And now Volts comes in. He's got Endeavor on him. Able to come in and stop that one.
So we've seen a lot of quick counterattacks from Brock here. All of them really close so far. A few of them being saved by, I mean, mere millimeters of the car being able to make the touch. So I think if Saints Gaming really don't make a change here with their third man positioning on their offensive plays, we are going to see Brock really capitalize any moment now on a counterattack shot.
Absolutely. Now Volts up along the wall. Endeavor with an attempt. That one well wide and off into the far corner. Vitali able to keep it alive. Gier able to get the touch and knock it aside. Juraski unable to keep it alive, but he tipped it there, and oh my, they score!
Juraski jumping up on the wall to get a small touch on that ball. It ends up going right down to Endeavor, who's able to put it right in front of his teammate, who gets a beautiful redirect off the wall right into the net. 18 seconds left. Saints Gaming up 2-1.
Pretty goal by Juraski right there.
Clutch timing.
Endeavor able to get the touch. Gier knocks it towards the corner. Vitali is there. He'll knock it to center, and now in the air, knocks it into the Brock corner. Endeavor after it. Juraski. Endeavor.
This could be close.
Driving
Is that going to bounce
corner.
up?
Gier,
No, it will
there
not.
it
Saints will
goes.
grab the win. 2-1.
Game one.
In the real game one.
Yeah, in the real game one.
So, yeah, let's talk about that, actually. We saw the fake game one. We saw 2-0 in favor of the Saints, and almost no Brock shots, no Brock opportunities. But here we saw a 2-1, very close game being decided in the last 18 seconds. 4 shots for Brock and 6 for Saints. So not considerably different there. A little bit more for the Saints, but not hugely so. You know, not that 12-6 numbers we saw earlier.
Yeah.
So I think we definitely saw Brock take a second during that break, and also just the simple fact that they were playing with somebody who's having controller issues. So I think we're going to see a very long and a very good series here, and I'm excited for Game 2 and even possibly Game 3 to see where these teams go.
Yeah, absolutely. Because to start this one, for the first couple of minutes, it just looked like Brock was going to jump all over chances. But, you know, they had a lot of offensive possession within that first little bit. Mm-hmm. But the offensive possession, unfortunately, didn't amount to many shots. And if Brock is to have that kind of start again, they have to make the shots happen. The shots have to happen. The chances have to be there. Because if you have the possession, utilize it. Mm-hmm. Put the ball on net.
Yeah, I think Brock really started off, like you said, they started off strong and then got really trapped in their own side more. I think Saints probably figured them out. Saints probably came into it a little bit cocky after the fake game one, but then realized, oh, okay, wait, hang on. Now they're actually, you know, they have all of their members. They're all set. They're all playing well. So I think that was probably what got them trapped in their own end for a little bit. And once they had figured out the Brock defense, they had to go in and make it work and get the play going. But a little bit of issues on our end there, so we weren't able to hit spectate. But now it is all set, and I think we'll see an exciting Game 2 where both of these teams know each other, and now it's about who adapts first.
Absolutely. Now to start, Endeavor able to knock it inside the zone. Up along the wall is Gier. Juraski able to knock it inside the Brock zone. He jumps up. He'll get the attempt. Vitali trying to get the attempt as well, but that one knocked a little wide. And Gier up to Volts. Volts has that pass ripped from him. And now Endeavor up along the wall. Oh my, Volts charging towards it in the corner. Volts might have a good attempt here, but can't come down with it.
So Saints Gaming there, unfortunately, committed a pretty drastic and terrifying double commit that could have resulted in a goal against, but I believe it was C-Volts who was taking it along the wall, maybe didn't realize that they were out of position so desperately, tried to take it slow and smart if there were defenders there, but no one was there. If he could have just hammered that center or even just taken it to the net himself, that would have been a guaranteed goal.
Absolutely.
Just unfortunate that he did not realize that. Maybe just a little bit more communication from his team there to give him a heads up next time that happens, but oh, what a chance. Vitali barely with the save.
Vitali looked like he had almost knocked it into his own net, and then he was able to capitalize and get back on top of it to knock it away. The combo up along the wall with Gier, and Gier's able to touch it, get it along. Oh, he misses on the flip. And now see Volts along the corner. Vitali there. Combo able to keep it alive. Volts now. He'll knock it into the air. Jumping up is Gier. He's unable to make contact with it. And now Vitali and Gier just barely missed the collision. Combo. And now Juraski up in the air. Oh,
this may sneak in. Can
oh,
Combo get there? There he is.
Stop.
barely getting in time, but it's dangerous again. Volts needs to go up, and he makes the save. Still out in front, though. Vitali trying to get it down to his teammate. Finally cleared away from the center of the net, but still Saints possession.
What a stop by Combo. That looked to be in the net, and Combo at the very last second was able to get that one.
Phenomenal work by him.
Now Vitali works it into the corner. With it is Volts. Able to knock it away from the net is Years. Endeavor up along the wall. And now Vitali able to tip it along. Gier steers it aside. Endeavor back there defensively. He's able to knock it back into the corner. Vitali. Now Gier. Endeavor. Able to knock it towards the net. Juraski just missing the attempt. And now Endeavor. Volts. Vitali. Combo along the wall. Able to hold it inside the Saint zone. And now Vitali moves it through center. He stays with it. Volts is going to collect it along the corner wall. And he'll move in, but he won't move past Juraski.
Something we haven't seen in this game is those Brock counterattacks that we saw in game one. Those came very close. We saw, probably 4 or 5 of them that were barely not goals, whereas we've only seen one in this game, and that was the one where Vitali barely knocked it aside, getting the tip of his bar. Here's another chance, but, there you go. You have Jarushi right there, ready to clear it away. So I think Saints Gaming really did make that changes to their third man positioning, and it has done wonders for them. Now they just have to figure out how to find the back of the net.
Absolutely. Endeavor. Dressy unable to get the touch on it, but Endeavor's in the air. Vitali up along the wall, saw what was happening. He's able to tip it in front, but nobody there to collect it. Vitali's going to get on top of it himself. And Vitali already over there. He is moving very quickly. Volts in the air. His attempt goes back to the center line. Endeavor there along the corner. He knocks it. Jurassic trying to stick with it. And the shot. That's another stop. Vitali now with it. Nobody there. Jurassic trying to get back to help defensively. Endeavor will knock it in. Endeavor in the air. His attempt misses. But Vitali there along the wall. He'll knock it down. Nothing but Brock players there in front of the net. Combo. Able to move it. Volts on it now. Just trying to get it outside of Brock territory right now. And now Gier jumping through the air to knock it into the Saints corner. Oh, Combo stays with it. And now Vitali along the corner. He'll knock it in. He'll stay with it. Gier will steal it away though. Jurassic able to come in. Combo there inside the net. And we are entering the final seconds of this one. Jurassic stay with it. He's got
here
the
it goes.
net.
Oh no, the
overflick.
The breakout with the overflick, the so flat car. He couldn't get it in. That's got to be heartbreaking. But either way, we are into overtime. But Saints Gaming still have a good chance. We haven't seen many Brock opportunities so far. And when you have sustained offense for as long as Saints have, speaking of Saints offense, there's a chance. No, not going to happen. But when you have the sustained offense that they have had throughout this whole game, it's got to find the net eventually. And with how little opportunities Brock has got, they're going to have to do something drastic in this overtime if they want the win.
Vitali able to tip that one aside, that one into the Saints corner. Gier able to hold it inside. Jurassic against Combo. Combo looked to be getting the better of that. Endeavor came in to help.
Brock making my eat my words here as they actually have a good long offense. So close off the crossbar. No,
Gier.
Too far to the right. Gier cannot find the net.
Gier unable to find the target. And now Volts along the wall. Jurassic with it. His touch a little wide. Oh, Endeavor with an opportunity, but that one traveling a little too far and a little too quick. Vitali trying to leap into the air against Combo. And now Gier will steer it away from danger for Brock. And now Saints collects defensively, knocks it back into the Brock zone. Endeavor on it. Here's Gier to knock it back. Vitali on it now. Combo in behind. He's able to knock it back into Saints territory. And there's Volts.
Pass out in front. Is it still going to happen? A great opportunity. Brock are finally finding their chances here as we get to the minute 30 seconds in the overtime marker. Can they get the shot? Oh, the accidental save by Jer.
No.
A little bit of a miscommunication there.
And there's Endeavor along the corner with Volts. Vitali misses the attempt. Endeavor gets back quickly. Gier moving with the ball. Volts with an attempt. Combo with the attempt, and Endeavor with a big stop.
Endeavor with the prediction, the pre-jump save, the mindset of this man to be able to do that, absolutely phenomenal.
And out here, Vitali. Vitali moves in against Combo. Combo able to tip it into Saints territory. Jurassic getting it through. Jeer. Jurassic staying with it.
Oh my goodness! No, it's off the post! What just happened? How is this ball not in? Saints Gaming have had so many opportunities. Brock have had so many opportunities. And nothing happening yet. This ball should be in the back of the net, but no! Go in! Oh my God! How is this not happening? Are you kidding me right now?
Wow!
I am speechless. I don't understand
and
this.
Endeavor with a big stop.
Holy. I think my blood pressure is raised. I think I'm at a 200.
Keeping it away. Endeavor knocking it in your, oh my, Combo watching that one go wide. Jurassic trying to get there. Endeavor at center, he'll tip it. Vitali jumps up for it. Volt's able to knock it to the corner, but Endeavor keeps it alive. Jeer along the wall in the ceiling, trying to keep it. Vitali able to come in there, but Combo there to support defensively. Jurassic able to get the attempt.
Oh
no.
Not like this.
Not like
Not
this.
like this.
Not like this.
Oh, there it goes. Seavolts with the long
overtime
shot.
winner.
So many stellar opportunities, and yet that is the one that goes in. Not to say it wasn't a fantastic shot, but still, I mean, the sheer amount of overtime heartbreaks, the small last-second heartbreaks, Brock finally pulling it out. I mean, dude, come on.
Oh, my.
From the moment that we had that almost last-second goal, I believe from Jurassic, I knew this was going to be a long overtime, and indeed it was. I think we saw 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 30 seconds of constant heart-pounding action. I am stressed. I need a break. I need some water right now. That's what I need.
13 shots for the Saints in that one. Looking at the totals, that's 7 for Brock.
Yeah, Brock, during the regulation time, considerably in their own end. I mean, I made the prediction at the start of overtime that Brock would have to make a big change to do anything in that overtime saga, and I don't know what the change was, but it incited some of the most exciting Rocket League I've seen in a long time. So please keep it, because I want all of that and more. We're going to Game 3 after the most exciting Game 2 we've seen today. I mean, it was only the second Game 2, but still, it was pretty exciting. You got to admit. Come on.
That was very, very, very exciting. And here we go. Game 3, basically the Game 7.
Yeah. It all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this.
You lose, you're not out, because it is round robin. It is pools. So,
will the hometown team win?
Yeah, will the hometown heroes come through with it? Or will Brock be able to hold them off and make a fantastic win like they did in overtime there?
Now Jurassic along the corner. Volts keeping it alive. Jeer jumping into the air. Vitali getting the touch. Combo. With the flip, Combo scores!
Combo goes with a very, very light backwards shot as he had to go with a weird backwards aerial here. Endeavor gets bumped, so he's out of the defense. Jirachi doesn't know that. He doesn't know he has to make the save, and the third man is way too far to even make the shot. At first, I was surprised the shot that, at that speed went in, but when we see that bump, that was what made that play. Absolutely phenomenal job, I believe, by Seavolts there to get that done. Maybe Jerd. So, stellar job by Brock here.
I believe that was Combo with the shot. Now Endeavor. Jeer. Combo. Jeer again. Jeer moving it towards center, but Vitali trying to get on top of it. Jurassic there to knock it along the corner. Vitali has to jump up. He does. And Jurassic jumps up as well, but Combo comes in, and he'll knock it away. Endeavor stays with it. Jeer able to stop that one and knock it into the side. And now Vitali jumps up against Jeer. Seavolts there. Vitali there as well with Combo. And now Jurassic, Endeavor back defensively. He's got to move. He does, because Volts was coming in very quickly. But Volts has it now, and Volts taken out of the play by Endeavor. And now Jeer unable to get that one on net, but Brock continues to press. Brock is looking scary early on with 3:32 to go here in Game 3. Jeer unable to get the touch, but coming in is Seavolts. And Seavolts will try for the attempt. Unable to find the target though. Combo will stay on it. Vitali. And now.
So we've seen a much slower game number 3 here. Both of these teams maybe a little winded from that overtime. It has been a pretty patient game, a good opportunity, but does not change the fact that these guys are definitely taking it slow here. And I'm interested to see if one of these guys is going to pick up the pace and say, no, we're going back to this overtime pace, and if that works for them or makes them crumble. If anybody's going to do it, I would not be surprised if it was Vitali, though. He's a very fast-paced player, and I fully expect him to come out with some high speed and some high aggression here fairly soon.
And speaking of high speed, high aggression, Vitali with the charge there. But that one coming back into Saints territory. Endeavor has to knock it away. Endeavor sticks with it. Volts is there to play goal. He knocks it into the corner, and now up along the wall, through to center. Gier with the attempt, and that one is going in.
I think a little bit of confusion there. You saw him hit the brakes. He even started to reverse a little bit, but then elected to go forward in just that brief panic moment. I don't know that he would have been able to get there even going backwards. It would have been close, but that is definitely sad to see. We are only halfway through this game, only 2-0 favor of Brock. I think this is still anybody's game here.
Absolutely. And now Gier able to tip it along. Jurassic knocking it down. Oh no, Combo leaping through the air. He just misses the target. And now Vitali moves up with it. He's got C-Volts charging him. He takes Vitali out of the play. And now Endeavor up in the air, charging that one towards the net. Combo able to knock it away. Gier stays with it in the corner. Vitali able to knock it through into the Brock zone. Endeavor with it now. Endeavor just missing off the corner bar, and that one off the corner bar off the front of Vitali. And now Endeavor with the shot. That one again off the bar. Vitali with the attempt. He scores! Vitali with a beauty.
Yeah, Saints Gaming just doing a great job of literally keeping the ball right in front of the net there, not letting them have any time to come in. We saw Combo and C-Volt having to come in from the corners, from the same corner, where they were positioned in the same spot, and unfortunately it meant they double committed to almost every save there, and that's what eventually gets them, as we saw a double commit, almost a triple commit on the defensive play. That results in a goal against.
Oh no, that net wide open. Can't hit the target though. Combo with the attempt. Again, fails to hit the target. And now C-Volts in the air. He can't come up with it. And now Endeavor. Endeavor sends it along. He's taken out of the play by a good charge by Gier. And now Combo moves through. He's driven off of it, but he's going to try and stick around with it. Endeavor in the corner. Gier able to knock it back into that very corner. Vitali knocking it along. Combo knocking it back inside. Combo with the knock. Gier with the shot. Big stop by Endeavor, able to come across. And now Vitali moves with it. Combo rejects their attempt to get in. A minute remaining. The Saints are down by 1. Endeavor. Gier able to hold it inside. Jurassic able to come across. C-Volts with the shot. He scores!
A brilliant bottom right-hand corner from C-Volts, putting it right over top of Jurassic, who unfortunately had to rotate back into net. Or no, I'm sorry. That was Vitali who was rotating back into net. Couldn't quite get there. What I do want to talk about, though, is that previous save we saw from Endeavor. He recognized the shot was coming in, was not in net, had to charge right to the middle, pre-jumped it, boosting full speed from the side, and still managed to get back down for the low shot that he was not necessarily expecting, as we saw him with the pre-jump. So, huge props to Endeavor for his defensive prowess here. But is it enough? Can Vitality get this one? Yes, he will. 30 seconds left, 3-1. This is tough for Saints.
Absolutely tough. 28 seconds to go. They're down by 2, and that without the touch by Gier there. I think that's
there you go.
Scores. They're down by 1 with 23 seconds to go. Endeavor just jumping in there.
We saw Combo really trying to bait Endeavor in here, wait to see what he did with his move. I do like that play normally, but not when you're in front of your own net. Unfortunately, that results in a goal against, as Endeavor just jumped him, slammed over him, and made the goal happen. Now
Gier with the attempt. That's a little too high. Couple of players taken out. Gier.
Not
C-Volts
quite.
with the attempt. Not going to touch it. And now Endeavor up along the wall. They've got to, no,
there you
not
go.
going to happen.
Brock just ends up slamming it straight down to the ground, and they take game number 3 and the series. The hometown heroes have been slain for now. It's not the end of the world. They are not out of the tournament by any means. They still have their pools and their brackets and the option to get to the bracket through the pools. I believe we are sending...
Look at the shots by Endeavor in that game. 5 shots.
Five shots just for
by
Endeavor.
But
6
Jer
shots
for
specifically
Brock.
for Jer.
6.
That's absolutely insane. I mean, both of these teams coming out with, it looks like 8 for the Saints and 10 for Brock. So Brock up in shots. You know, they did get the win. We've seen the majority of the time so far today, I believe the leader in shots has gotten the win except for last game during that overtime.
Exactly. And I want to draw attention to this as well. Endeavor not only had the most shots for the Saints in that 3rd game, but if you look at the saves, 3.
Yep.
And all 3 of them were key stops. All
Very
3
much
of
so.
them.
Endeavor putting the shots on target, getting the goals when he has to, and making the clutch saves time and time again. This is a player to look out for the rest of the tournament. I think we're going to see big things from him, and ideally big thanks for the rest of the Saints, but definitely big thanks for Brock, too. Phenomenal series. Either way, we're going to get 2 new teams up there for you guys, and we will be right back in just a little bit. So we'll talk to you later.